Insightful learning, what is it? A teacher can finish the lesson and still fail to awaken the class. A student can finish the chapter and still remain untouched by its truth. Because real learning is not completed when the page ends, it begins when the mind starts questioning, connecting, and seeing life differently. That is insightful learning, not the ability to repeat a fact, but the ability to recognize its meaning when life tests you in silence. From a teacher's side, insightful learning is not just delivering content. It is lighting a fire without making noise. It is helping a student move from "I memorized this" to "I understand why this matters." Any teacher can explain a topic, but a true teacher does something deeper. They make the learner pause. They make them think. They make them look beyond the textbook and ask, what does this reveal about the world, about human behavior, about me? A teacher does not simply transfer information. A teacher opens a window in the mind. And from a student's side, insightful learning is not scoring marks alone. It is learning in a way that changes your judgment, your attitude, your choices, and your character. A student may memorize a science law, a poem, a theorem, or a historical event. But insightful learning begins when the student asks, why did this happen? What pattern does this show? Where else does this idea appear in real life? What mistake would I make if I never understood this deeply? That is when education becomes alive. A teacher may explain patience in class. A student truly learns it when they stop quitting the moment something becomes difficult. A teacher may explain discipline. A student truly learns it when they notice that talent without routine quietly destroys potential. A teacher may speak about empathy. A student truly learns it when they stop laughing at another person's weakness and start recognizing pain behind behavior. This is the hidden beauty of insightful learning. The teacher plants the seed, but the student must still grow roots in private. And that is why not every taught lesson becomes learned wisdom. Some students hear only words, others hear a direction for life. The tragedy in education today is that many classrooms produce memory, but not maturity. Many students collect notes, but do not build insight. Many teachers finish the syllabus, but never reach the soul. Insightful learning happens when both sides rise higher, when the teacher stops teaching only for completion, and the student stops studying only for marks. Then learning becomes more than academic. It becomes human, it becomes personal, it becomes transformational. Socrates believed that education is not the filling of a vessel, but the awakening of inquiry. That means a teacher's task is not to stuff the mind, but to stir it. The chalk may draw the line, but only reflection gives it meaning. A seed remembers the rain, but it grows because it breaks open within. So what is insightful learning? It is the moment when teaching becomes more than speaking, and studying becomes more than remembering. It is when a teacher realizes, my job is not only to cover the lesson, but to uncover the mind. And it is when a student realizes, my task is not only to pass the exam, but to understand life more deeply through what I learn. Because in the end, education is not measured only by what you can repeat. It is measured by what you can recognize, apply, question, and become. The best teacher does not create parrots, they create thinkers. The best student does not chase marks alone, they chase meaning. And when that happens, something powerful is born. A classroom stops being a room of information and becomes a workshop for wisdom. Share and subscribe to The Winning Mind for ruthless motivation without fake positivity.